one other thing I'll add on is that with the lives, it is scary to jump in feet first, but I guess the benefit of that is that once you start, you can't really stop. Like there's no editing involved, and it's very easy to like obsess over every little gaffe or every little tick or every little thing that doesn't go perfectly. And I've definitely gone to that end of things sometimes where I will rewatch the entire thing and edit out all the little ums and uhs and buts or losing the train of thought. But over time, I think what's allowed me to continue going is to just not worry too much about that and to slow down, take a moment to think a little bit, and that can kind of reduce those little errors. And there's a benefit to quantity. Obviously, quality is really important, but I feel like having something that's 95% perfect, you can do 10 of those, whereas you can only do one 100 thing that's 100% perfect. And I think raw and real kind of wins the day in the end. I feel like the mainstream media is so overproduced and edited and refined. And I feel like the internet kind of has moved away from that. Like if you look at like the rise of TikTok, there's so much creativity and so much of it is raw, or how reality TV differed from a sitcom. So I feel like I'm just kind of embracing that.
Okay, that's fair. That's really cool. And as someone who comes from, and like I said, is pretty new to this space and comes from their perspective of largely the YouTubers that I love seem to have transcended to this like very crazy high level of YouTube creation, and they have these very produced videos. I think it's really, a lot of folks don't know the amount of work that goes into all of the editing. And for example, like if folks put out a video once a week, that is a part-time job at bare minimum. And I think, for example, not having to go through the editing process and, putting more value and emphasis on, for example, an interaction like this, or just taking a existing video and putting it straight on the internet, as terrifying as that sounds, it allows you to also pump out more content, and it allows you to kind of get your message out in a way that is not necessarily going to slow down, and it's going to be a little more relevant in the time. So there's, I think, a lot of benefits to that. So that's pretty cool. So
thanks. No, I mean, that's what works for me. Like I'm all about the content, especially in an area as niche and specialized as the LSAT or law school admissions. But for other people, they might like the produced stuff. And I'll admit that produced stuff looks really cool. I have no clue how to do that. And that's part of why I don't do that. Like I consider my forte is like the content. So that's where I can bring the most value. But there are tons of produced videos with animations and text on them and stuff, or even like little stickers that I have no clue how to do. I think they look really cool. And I like watching them. I even like things like the cold opens. I think cold opens are really fun. And I saw you did one with your cat, and I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like that was really funny. I had no clue that was coming, and that was really nice. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.